There we go. Hey, friendlies. Welcome to a completely unplanned freaking live stream. I had a few things to film for you guys today and edit and get up, but life just got in the way. That is how it is when y'all got life happening. What is it? Was it John Lennon wrote, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans? That's not an exact quote, but there it is. Let me pop out the chat just in case someone's actually out there. Is anybody out there? If you are, say hi. I want to hear you. I want to hear from you. So yeah, got a couple of videos to make in the coming days. I was planning to get into the woods with Serge and shoot some stuff out there, but we can't get onto the property. So, Edward Baburian, hi. How's it going? I don't think you've been on one of my live streams before. How's it going? What you doing tonight? What's going on? So for what I was saying, I got a couple of plans. I'll try and shoot something soon. Something that doesn't require being on the forest property that I can't get onto next weekend. This weekend, last night I played a gig, a fundraiser gig that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police pipe band holds every year. They've had it for 3 years, and we've played all three of them. It's like a fundraiser for children's disease research. I know this isn't my usual Tuesday Beer Blades and Bushcraft live stream, but I do have a brew. Whoa, this camera loves contrast. This is the 100th Meridian. It's an organic amber lager by Mill Street Brewery from Toronto. Toronto, as the Torontonians say. It's pretty good. It's got like an IPA style sharpness to it, but it's not too bad. Hey, Wood Pigeon. How's it going? How's things in Wood Pigeon Land? This is a totally different crew than who shows up for my Tuesday live streams. This is interesting. I like this. That's all because I didn't have time to actually shoot something today. Yeah, Wood Pigeon, you made this one, but it's not. I don't usually live stream Sundays. That's fine. That's fine. So, you guys have anything you want to? Excuse me. Man, I got like wickedly sick over a month ago, and it's just I'm all better, but there's just this wicked cough that won't go away. Here's a spoon I carved out of apple. I'm never ever gonna carve apple again. I don't think. I still got to finish it off. I did it a couple of years ago. Put it aside because I was like, this wood hates me. But I keep looking back at it, and thinking I'd like to. Yes, I remember. And Hiking Deep was sick around the same time as I was, by the way. But he got all better. But yeah, I keep looking at this spoon and I think, I'm going to have to finish it. This, man, the lighting contrast here. I haven't had this camera for very long. And fortunately, it was not expensive because I'm like, look at how my hands are like, hey, Craig, nice to see you. That's all right. That's all right. I mean, have I ever carved lilac? Yes. This one. This is one that I did for my spoon carving video a couple of weeks ago. That's lilac. I found it very different to work with. Very easy to carve, but I found that when I was finishing it, like I usually sand my spoons. I keep getting tear out. So I've just been letting it dry. And I'm gonna get back to it when it's like really, really dry and see if maybe that's what I needed to do for lilac. Craig, what's going on? How you doing? I excuse me. Craig, man, my Instagram is full of that camp carver. It's not going away. Wood pigeon, you got lilac with some purple in the wood. Funny, because mine, like, there's like just a little fucking lighting. Gosh darn lighting. But there's just a little touch of a different color in this, but there's not a lot. Yeah, Craig, you've always got something cool going on. Man, you've always got something cool going on. Yes, that camp carver is very popular. Keep looking at it, man. Keep looking at it. Oh, but since you missed the Tuesday live stream, just give me a second. I want to show you something. I'll be right back. Just because I'm not sure if you saw the unboxing video I did last week. Look at my new buck saw. Oh, it's the walnut magic. Look at how. As soon as I get into the woods, I'm gonna do a video on this because it feels fabulous. It's just terrific. Excuse me. That stupid cough. And in contrast, look at this big clunky buck saw that I made a few years ago and then forgot about. This still needs some work. Like I didn't even get to the point where I was contouring everything because I guess I got my measurements a little wrong because I can't get this nice and taut. So I was thinking of maybe revisiting it. Maybe I should like angle these a little bit or something, you know? So I don't know. Okay, wood pigeon, see you soon. What bail do I have for it? What do you mean? Oh, so much dust. This was hanging out in my garage. Oh, what blade? Yeah. I think that for what I need, I should have probably gone for like a drywood blade because but you know when I was building it, I didn't know, you know. And a lot of these things come with sort of a greenwood blade, so that's sort of what I figured they should come with. But I realize that if I'm cutting, it's also a greenwood blade. It came with a greenwood blade. Um, like if I was cutting rounds, like limbs for carving spoons with, then that's great. But if I'm carving like if I'm cutting standing deadwood or something, as firewood, I think I would prefer to have a drywood blade on there, you know? I mean, I'm going on this with purely theoretically because what I've been using up until now is a silky, and those blades are completely different. The whole theory behind them is different. But I don't know. Does that make sense? Well, the thing is, my Agawa Canyon came with two blades, right? A drywood blade and a greenwood blade. And yeah, the silky, absolutely. I must stop coughing. Yeah, the silky does both. Absolutely. I wish I could show sort of the if I put a little bit of shadow on there. See, like there's just a little bit of variant right there on the lilac. Yeah, and it's funny because with those Japanese pole saws, you don't need as much variant on the tooth patterns because you're not like it's cutting differently, Um, I'm a big fan of those Japanese saws. I will readily admit I'm sold on them. But I've always wanted a really nice wooden folding buck saw. Yeah, I thought about. Hey, Mike, holy crap. No, no, no glass tonight because I wasn't planning to do this, you know? I was supposed to make a video for you guys. So is that gonna make things different? It's a bit better. It's a little bit better. I am definitely going to, at some point this year, do something more permanent for live streaming with some actual dedicated lights. Nothing too expensive, maybe just a ring light. Excuse me. Um, so Mike, this beer is from out near your stomping grounds, 100th Meridian by Mill Street. I'm sure you've had it before. I was just talking to Craig about the blades on my folding buck saws, about how they're my agua I got with the drywood and the greenwood blade. Um, the Maple Made buck saw that I bought came with the greenwood blade, and the buck saw that I built also had the greenwood blade because I didn't know what the hell I was doing at that point. Um, yeah, it's not bad. It's I was saying that there's just a little touch of an IPA sharpness across the top, but it's not too bad. I quite like it. Craig, is this better with the lamp up at the? Well, yeah, exactly, Mike. That's what I was saying to Craig, that when I'm camping and I'm just cutting like standing deadwood or something, I would definitely rather I would definitely rather have a drywood blade, you know? Hmm. I have is this good? Right. Good to know. Good to know. Uh, the Baco blades, yeah. Where do you buy them? Do you buy them from like Canadian Outdoor Equipment Company or something? Because I'm not exactly sure where to buy these blades. I don't remember where I got the blade for the saw that I built. Oh, Canadian Outdoor Equipment. Okay, because they're not really local to me. I'd have to go to Canadian Tire and see what they got, kind of thing. Oh no, wood pigeon. What? Now what? Do you have animals in that yard, or is it just going to be a major drag? $10 seems about right, Mike. I think I spent about 12 on the blade for my big chunky. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna make this right. First, I'm gonna thickness plane it all down, and then I'm gonna use a router on the sides or something. But I gotta find a way to make this taut first. You know, like if I mentioned this in the last live stream. If I just sort of cut this one more on an angle, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I downloaded some plans off the interwebs and followed them to the T, but and it's ePay, so it's an expensive wood. So I would like to get this working. You know, that paracord is tight, dude. In fact, it's been like this for so long that it's probably stretching out. Like, look at that. That's more than 6 to 8 turns. You know. Yeah. Oh, Mike. Yeah. Oh, wood pigeon. That sounds like it's gonna be expensive to fix. Oh, thanks. So, Mike, you think I should just keep going then? Because if this thing pops and takes my face out, I'm gonna be so. Like, I kind of feel that I just I miscalculated the cross piece, and maybe I made it like a millimeter too short or something. Wow, Mike, you snapped some? Wood pigeon. Okay, so you don't have to pay for it. Craig, yeah, yeah, I would take it down when I'm not using it. The thing is, when I made this one, I didn't know anything, right? So it's been built, it's been uh, put together and hanging in my garage for years. So the paracord's probably lost all its elasticity at this point. Um, but I can replace that when I have time to get this saw working. I'm definitely going to replace that. Mike, I would not have wanted to be right next to your saw when that paracord snapped on you. Did you get injured, or was it just kind of did it just give you a start? Give you a start. Who the hell says give you a start in the 21st century? I feel like my grandmother. Oh, that must have given you a start. Wood pigeon, I have been. Did I start in 2015? I don't know, Craig. I've got a crap load of bank line. Just let me double check something for wood pigeon here. I think I started on the tube of views in 2015, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just gonna check that right now, okay? When did I start? Member since. Come on, man. Where's my number? Oh, I joined the 29th of July, 2013. Wow, 2013. Oh, I should be at like 10,000 subs by now. I don't deserve 10,000 subs. Up until this year, I have not taken my YouTubing seriously. So shut up, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? Now, where did my live chat window go? Boom and boom and boom. There we are. Yeah, so Craig, I don't know if oh, but you thought you cracked the wood mic. Okay, I thought I read that you cracked the wood. I was like, God, I hope it wasn't that adventurous one. Um yeah, Craig, I don't know if Bankline, like, I don't know if the rope needs to stretch or not. Thing is, this wooden full collapsible bucksaw, it's an old design, like way older than paracord is. So I imagine pretty much any kind of cordage will work. Or I've seen some that are about 100 years old that had kind of a wire, like with a turnbuckle thing, you know. So there are all kinds of solutions that I can look at here. Yeah, Mike, I always thought I needed a bit of stretch too. So. Yeah, wood pigeon. I've been here for a while, but when people say, "Oh, you've got a channel," what kind of stuff? I like to tell them to really only look at the stuff from 2018, and now into 2019, because that's when I started really working at it the way I should have been the whole time. But yeah, I kind of feel like a little stretch in the cord is what allows you to just keep tightening it until you feel like it's gonna blow on you, like poor Mike's did. Um, Craig, do you have one of these buck saws? I know Mike's got an adventurous one. It's funny because I started exploring or looking for a buck saw um, because I kept trying to get into adventures one, and they were just always out. And and just to make the point, a couple of days ago or earlier last week, Mike sent me a link to the Adventure Sworn Bucksaw page saying, "Hey, they're back in stock." And when I clicked on it, they were back out of stock. So I was I just sort of um, kept my eyes out. I bought the Agua Canyon. Oh, excuse me, guys. I had seen someone had an Agua Canyon, so I was like, "Oh, I've never heard of them." And I looked them up and I bought one. Um, or I saw a write up or something because I put it in my 2017 Christmas gift guide video, um, which I still go back and look at sometimes because there's a lot of stuff I wanted in that video. And then, like through Instagram, I discovered two guys here in Canada making good looking buck saws. So I bought one. I'm gonna do a buck saw video later on in the summer, like a little buck saw roundup video. Um, geez, and I just noticed that the Maple Made guy who made my buck saw, he's got a new logo coming soon. Nice. Jeez, the contrast on this camera is not great. So never mind. Um, with the turnbuckle, yeah, yeah, yeah. Craig, man, I would love to see a picture of your saws at one point. Um, wood pigeon, yeah, yeah. I'm in Montreal. Except when I'm in the woods. Then I'm not in Montreal. Then I'm in the woods. I'm hoping that to get another week of boreal forest camping in this summer, like I did last summer with the family. Um, I don't know what we're doing this year, man. Like right now, we've got a 1 month old sitting up there. Um, it's great. It's fabulous. I'm not sure how much woods time I can get realistically this year because of that. But we're very optimistic in this household. Oh, you're in Gatineau. Okay, nice. Hey, you know what's how far away is Quebec City? It's a couple of hours from Montreal. Headed out east. Kind of depends on how fast you drive, but I would say it's. I don't know because I mean we've driven that a fair amount. So it's a couple of hours, give or take. Jules from Quebec? Yeah, I know outdoor. I know. It's because I wanted to shoot something short tonight, get it edited and put it up. But life just keeps getting in the way. So, you know, 2.5 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's a little further from Montreal than like Ottawa is. You know, 2.5 sounds about right, depending on whether I'm driving or the missus is. Quebec is the old part of Quebec is absolutely gorgeous. The newer part, it's just another North American city. But I mean, it's the old part of Quebec City is definitely something to be seen. Absolutely. Uh, for me, I mean, the fact that Canada happened there in many many ways, so it makes it historically interesting. Um, we're down on the St. Lawrence. Okay. It's I'm just trying to imagine sort of the area. Often, like I'll just sort of cruise on through on my way to like the Gaspé uh, or the Saguenay or something. Like when I'm headed to the Saguenay, that's a good 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, yeah, wood pigeon. Yeah. Yeah, and the nice thing about Quebec City is you can see that it's a walled city. It's still a walled city. Is Charleston still a walled city? Some salmon fishing, yeah. I have the most deathly allergy to salmon, but I wish I didn't, because the missus loves salmon. A lot of her family is from out in the Gaspé. So I wish that I could enjoy that aspect of her family more, being all into the seafood and stuff. But if I eat any of the what do they call them, the fatty fish or the oily fish, salmon, trout, stuff like that, all the pink ones, I'm done. I'm done for. I've already spent enough time in the hospital, due to a fish allergy to know that if I get caught out in the forest and I eat something like that, I'm done. Yep. I've done some moose hunting in the Gas Bay. I don't think I'll be going back. Oh, by the way, everybody, Outdoor Dauber just got a sheath for his Canadian belt knife. He sent me some pictures before. Um, can I tell them what you got? Hey, Serge, how's it going? I just told the guys that I had been planning to go with you out to the forest next weekend, but that we can't do it. And that we might try and do it in a couple of weeks. You let me down, man. Uh, yeah, Outdoor got the marbles nylon sheath. Outdoor, were you saying that they actually made a Canadian belt knife? I'm looking for a URL that I can show the guys the marble sheath at Amazon. Interesting. Marble shovel and sheath. Hmm. Oh well, I found an image at Blade Matrix. Oh, here we go. I'll just show you guys the picture. I got a picture from. There we go. All right, see you later, Mike. Ah, retracted a message. Next time you retract a message, you're buying the T-shirt. Okay. All right. Fish leather or the snake skin. I would love to see a fish skin sheath. I saw someone. I think it might be Beaver Leatherworks or whatever the hell they're called in the UK. I saw on their Instagram that they had made like a small coin purse or something out of the fish they had for lunch. They just like tanned the skin and made a little purse with it. I hadn't really realized. Oh, Craig, that's cool. That's cool, man. You got to stop making these cool axes. What's nice about Council Tool is it's nice to see someone still sort of what I call doing a Wetterlings, like trying new things. One thing I really liked about Wetterlings was like that axe they made for well, in conjunction with um, Survivor Man, Les Stroud, um, the was it the Forester's Fine axe. All these axes were like kind of different, Instead of the Grand's first thing, they find a design and they make a million variants on that. You know, they, there are a couple of differences, like the Hunter's hatchet, which I would love to have, by the way, and that tiny, tiny little hand hatchet they have and stuff like that. But they didn't step out of, they didn't think outside the box in the way Wetterlings did. And I feel like Council Tool is really doing that now. there's a lot of interesting stuff coming out of council, like to the point where um, I used to be a vintage and Swedish only guy, but I'm a council tool is definitely coming into my house at some point soon, and I want it to be one of those interesting new designs. I want it to be the camp carver actually, um, but um, that's not the only very interesting axe that's coming out of council right now. I still Excuse me, I still really like that double, that little, was it the saddle cruiser? I don't remember if that's actually the name they've given it, but you know, um, outdoor. I don't know that you haven't bought a T-shirt already, but so far only one's been sold, and two people have claimed that they bought one. So, oh, wood pigeon, you have a video on how to make fish leather? Yeah, the Bushman. Yeah, that's the one. Hey, Simo. Wood pigeon has a Mora hatchet. Okay, I haven't seen a lot of those around. Like I've seen pictures and in the Mora user group or whatever it's called on Facebook, but I haven't really spent. Hey, Alain's on as well. It's a Belso roundup tonight. You guys should definitely be on Alain's Instagram. He makes some cool leather work. Alain, feel free to. Oh, I guess you can't really put a URL. You can if you sort of sneak around and don't put the dot in. Yeah, I'll deal with the Instagram stuff later. Um, I have no idea what size it was. I also don't know that. I haven't checked the t-shirt sales in a couple of days. Yeah, and Mora makes hatchets. Not many people have them. They're a little more sort of on the cold steel side of things than say the Gransfors or Council Tool. Yeah. Wow, $7 at a thrift shop. Fair enough. But yeah, Craig, I can't wait to see that trapper's hatchet. That's gonna be interesting. I remember that outdoor. I remember the color issue. But I haven't ordered one yet either. I can't afford them right now. Oh, nice. Shipped. I can't wait till it arrives. I want to know. Send me a picture when it arrives. I I still only own like two of my t-shirts. The one with the original logo, well, the logo that you guys see on the channel, and then the beer blades and bushcraft one. No, Alain, what happened was outdoor. Come on. What happened was I lost I ran out of time to shoot and edit a video today, but I promised myself that a video goes up every Sunday unless something horrible happens for 2019. So if I can't shoot something and get it up, I do an extra live stream, what I call my unplanned live streams. Um, Privately, I call them my unplanned funking live streams, but I don't write that in the title. Oh, Simone, that's interesting. But as for the Super Bowl, I didn't even know that was today. I don't like NFL hockey, NFL whatever it's called, football. I don't like CFL football. I like World Cup football. Demonetized. Oh no, demonetized. Yeah, I gotta make that a T-shirt. Hashtag demonetized. Mm. New wood pigeon. I don't know. I'm assuming like New England against someone, right? Because isn't New England always playing? Oh, nice. Have I cleared the desk in my basement? Yeah, I mean, right now it's not cleared because I've got my live stream stuff all over it. But yeah, demonetized. Um, yeah, because I saw that Cole Cracker had a booth. Yeah, what was he doing there? Was he showing off? Does he have knives coming out? I thought he was making noise about having a knife come out. He's taking pre-orders. Did you get any of the details on it? By the way, is the Super Bowl over now? It's 11 o'clock at night. What time does that go on? Where is it? Was it like did anybody win that? Was there a halftime show? Just to show you how much I care. I don't even know what were the Patriots playing. I don't know. Patriots won. Okay, who were they playing against? What are any of the NFL team names? There's the Packers from somewhere, right? There's the Steelers from somewhere else. Uh, oh yeah, they should have had Cole Cracker on the halftime show. Was in it ATL? That's Atlanta. So LA Rams. Okay, 13-3. Okay, so that's a spanking. I think. Oh, one tool steel, which is my favorite. G10 or bird's eye maple scales. Okay, I would definitely go for the maple. Um, did you see like what's the shape? Is it like a woodlore style or is it something else? Man, I would love to have the kind of subs that I could put together a rain dance bushcraft knife. Oh, Savage actually watched the game. What the hell are you doing, man? You can't watch that stuff. I'll put hair on your hands. A hair on your hands. Remember in previous generations, tell you can't you know do certain things to yourself, otherwise you'll get hair on your hands. G10 is 170 American. Maybe let's do 20 American. Leather sheath is 30. Oh, what do you mean leather sheath is 30? It doesn't come with a sheath? Or it comes with a nylon sheath and a leather sheath is 30 bucks. Woodlore style. That's what I like. That's what I like. Sheath not included, okay. Yeah, I know. And it's funny because Survival Lily's knife, it doesn't look bad. It's not my style, but it doesn't look bad. Um, it looks Chinese, which I think it is. But it really doesn't look bad. Now, thing is, Survival Lily's knife is almost the price of that knife that Outdoor is telling me Cold Cracker's got coming out. I bet you his isn't Chinese. Actually, do you know where his is being made, Cold Cracker? Outdoor fudge. Sorry. Um, it's made in Taiwan. Yeah. Okay. Was it like an OS 8 or something? I seem to remember it wasn't. It was definitely not like a super steel. It was sort of a middle of the road steel. I'd like to see Dutch bushcraft guys test that knife out in his workshop in his school in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, that's a well priced knife then. Wood pigeon. You know what? I'll tell you something. I stopped watching Survival Lily when she started doing videos with Bushcraft Steffi because suddenly it was all like bikinis and stuff. And that's not what I watch bushcraft videos for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a guy. I like looking at girls. But when I'm kicking back and watching some bushcraft stuff, especially as someone who has a daughter who can light a fire without matches and who I'm sort of bonding with over, the bushcraft lifestyle and teaching her primitive skills and stuff. I don't want her growing up and seeing that as successful women bushcrafters. I'd rather she saw like Emily's Outdoor Adventures. Although even she's done a couple of bikini shows, so you know. Um, but I don't even know if Steffi's still doing videos. Is she? I mean, I desub to her at around the same time. I'll say yeah. The AP one is manufactured in Taiwan. Oh, outdoor. He's making them himself. Interesting. I'd love to see a pic of what they're going to look like. Did he have any early examples with him? No, I'm not going to do bikini live streams. Don't worry about that. Brooke Whipple. Okay. I shall indeed. I'm just taking note of that name, and I will take a look after. Brooke Whipple. Oh, she was on Alone. Wait, is she the one who chopped her hand on Alone? Wow, she's been to some really interesting places. Gun, Sasquatch, and camping alone. Hmm, let me give that one a miss. Tired of hearing about Sasquatch. How to camp solo. That looks good. Carving burl cups. Burl is tough to carve, man. Yep, okay, I'll give her a look. Why you should quit your dead end job. Preach, man. Um, Cold Cracker does have a website. It's what was it Cold Cracker? Um, coldcrackerbushcraft.com, is it? Outdoor, what the hell? Yeah, there it is. Oh, for God's sake, Outdoor jumped in there for me. Thanks, dude. Simo, that's not a hashtag. We should keep going. Wood Pigeon, the interesting thing is, I think Doug was feeling trapped by his channel name. Um, because if you look at what he's been doing, you know, like his little carving videos and stuff, I think that I sort of picked up when he was trying to, when he was thinking about trying to change his logo and stuff, and he kind of did it in a half-assed way. I was expecting something like this to come along. Um, Doug Linker's his actual name, so you sure as hell can't fault him for doing that. But now it's like he can feel free to do, excuse me, carving videos and stuff without having the Doug outside name hanging around his neck like a millstone or something. And I understand that because my opportunities to get into the woods are so bloody few and far between. Believe me, I have toyed with the idea of changing my channel name as well. I haven't done it because, well, for a couple of reasons. I don't have time to come up with a brand new, you know, um, branding or anything. Um, and I want to get to the point where I am getting into the forest all the time. That's where I want to be. So I'm keeping the channel name as it is, sort of as an aspirational thing, as a dare to myself to get the hell out there into the forest. um, yeah, I'll wait until May. My birthday is May 21st, so I'll do a special birthday live stream. But yeah, Bushcraft Retracted is the new channel name. Great. Oh, wood pigeon, you're getting heat because people think that outdoors means a survival channel. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. It's redonkulous. People suck though, you know. I mean, like, I wish that wasn't true, but people do. I mean, I those of you who've been on my live streams in the you know, often in the past will remember when I was talking about that guy who just totally trolled my ass for batoning with a Canadian belt knife. Well, with the cold steel one, and it's like there was no reason to go after me. None. Wood. Oh crap. Wood pigeon outdoors. I will check out your channel more closely. There we go. Oh, you've got almost 1,000 subscribers, dude. Well, you're at 816, which is almost, um, which is almost 1,000. 816 is pretty good. Well, now you're at 817. So I'm happy to be your 817th sub. Um, okay, wait. And you got here for not saying your survival. Which region I'm looking forward to discovering your channel. I've just subbed to you. Um, Forget about the CSCBK, not worth a penny when you understand the power of the CBK. Well, Outdoors got a Canadian belt knife, not the gold steel, but he's got a pretty cool one. Alan, we're they're talking about the cold steel Canadian belt knife that I did a couple of videos on. Um, hey, Hiking Deep is here. How's it going, man? How you feeling? I've still got a wicked cold, dude, because I'm just lucky this year. Oh, Alain, Simone put the URL for the Cold Steel CBK on it. You gonna bring it to Meat Rock? What the hell is Meat Rock? That sounds like the world's heaviest hard rock show. Oh, Hiking Deep, you're doing well, man. Good on you. More complicated being your workshop for live streams. You're missing your second monitor. Oh, you too outdoor, eh? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You know? Ali, the you're talking about the meat rock sounds like meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. um, that little cold steel CBK it's a really for the price, it's a great knife. It really is. Like the reason I picked it up was because I had to know if you know I had to know what the Canadian belt knife magic was because it's the CBK is to Canadians what the the woodlore is to the Brits, or I'm trying to think of what like the American analog, like the bush knife that's everywhere, you know, like some old buck knives, with the clip point is down there, and so I had to know because it looked so weird. I was looking at pictures of it at the at the Groman website, and like, what the hell? So I wanted to know if the shape was good and everything, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money on a knife that looked so uncomfortable. So I bought the cold steel one because it was 14 bucks. And now I want the original because that weird handle shape and the weird like what looks like really weird ergonomics works so bloody well. So well. And I love the like 1950s era design of it because that's when it comes from. That's the era it came out of, and it's got that real cool old school look to it. Which is the same reason I like things like the Nesmik and the Kephart, right? I mean, they're designs that just look period. They look like the time they came out of. You know. Um, Hagen Deep listens mostly to metal and grunge. I when I was in my early 20s, well, my late teens, I was in a heavy metal band. But I was actually a punk at the time. So I was like the one. Um, Hold on a second here, guys. Sorry, I just noticed that one of my basses was going to fall over. The fender was. It looked like it was going to fall over. So I fixed that. Um, where was I? Hold on. Coastal, right? Yes. Wood pigeon outdoors on your best friend. Yeah, I wood pigeon, hiking deep wood pigeon. Um, he came, he came knocking because of you. He says so. Thanks for that. You guys are both judging by what the words I've had with both of you. You're both good people, so I'm glad to have you around. Gilly went to bed. Yeah, Alain, the way the Canadian belt knife looks is, I always thought there's no way that could work, but it really does. Knives come and go, but my rig will always be. Is your rig that custom one, that big custom one that you showed in that video, that 3 knife video you did? Excuse me. Stupid coughs. You're buffering? Shh. Who else is getting buffering? Okay. Tell me when you stop buffering, because I'm not seeing any buffering on the YouTube page. Meat rock. What is a meat rock? Meat rock. Leroy Hoots. How's it going? Wood pigeon, you're still getting buffering. One thing that some guys have noticed helps is if you just reload the page. But yeah, my internet, I don't know, man. I'm getting less buffering than when I was using my phone for these live streams, but it's still an issue. It's a perennial issue. Oh, so Meat Rock is a weekend thing in Pennsylvania? Wait, is it a weekend thing? Looks like it. Let me see. Okay, Alain is back. Huge rock that they were firing at cooked meat all weekend at Bushcraft Winter Camp. Any Any polar vortex action going on there? There we go. The end of the beer. Yeah, I can do if you're going up into like around Wood Pigeons area and I can get away. Um, I'd love to do like a even just an afternoon or a weekend, like a 1 day meetup somewhere in the Gatineau or Ottawa region. Three-way collab. Yeah, it's been a rough winter. Last year I was out way more than I have been this year. I'm too old, man. I'm not as tough as I used to be. It used to be that like last year, the year before, man, Camille and I would be out there snowshoeing and shooting vid or whatever, no matter how cold it was. But this year, no. This year I'm all about my blankets, you know. I'm just taking a look here. March 7th to 9th. Yeah. I'm old. I'm too old for this swearing retracted stuff. 43 degrees. So what the hell would that be? Freezing in degrees freedom is 32, right? Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all. I don't really. So would 43 be around like 5 or something? I don't know. 5 or 6? I should put like I should put a swear jar for every time I drop an F bomb during a live stream and see if that'll get me my drone. I shoveled twice yesterday, Ally. Yesterday, I went and played a gig at the Royal Canadian Legion in Lachine. It was a fundraiser thrown by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Montreal area pipe band for children's research, children's disease research. It was the Foundation of Stars. Um, but the girls were out. Camille has a ballet class, and they were taking her for a haircut and blah blah blah. I figured that there was no way they were getting home and fighting their way up our front steps carrying a baby. So I shoveled. And then right before we left, everything that I'd shoveled was buried under snow again. So I shoveled again. And made me feel like a hero. Built up the guns a little bit. But I was like, really? Again? Oh, so on the remonetization front, I figure you guys might find this funny because I think it's really funny. I have gone in the past 2 days. I've gone from 97% of the way to being remonetized to 90, because at this time last year there was a wicked spike in my views, and I think it's because that was around the time I said, "Hey, I've just been demonetized. Here's what everyone should do: click on my whole enchilada um, playlist, turn the sound off on your computer, and play it all weekend, please." Um, so I got this huge spike, and I've gone back to doing that, by the way. And now, because that spike is over a year past, I've lost all those views in my in the, in the count, so I'm back down to 90%. And I'm about to lose another large spike. It's just it's this endlessly frustrating process, you know? And because having the monetized status changes what I can justify putting on the channel in terms of household money. I want it back. I know that the ad revenue is nothing. I know it doesn't change anything until I've got like masses of subs and everything, but the discussion about my channel internally and at my household would change with me getting my monetized status back. So I'm very frustrated about it. 17 degrees in Northwest Arkansas. Wow. That's warm. 20 bucks for each swear. I'll get it soon. Man, if it was 20 bucks for each swear, I might not be hitting my food budget because I keep throwing my money into the jar. When I'm not on screen, I have a potty mouth, guys. I think we should all move to where hiking deep is. Holy crap, 17 degrees Celsius. That's t-shirt weather, man. So taking a look. What are you guys talking about? Spike it again like a teenage punch bowl. Yeah, I'm gonna every weekend or overnight all the time. I'm just gonna let it roll because and it only really works if many people do it. But I'm not gonna go telling people to do it because not everyone has unlimited internet. My buddy Robin, what he does sometimes is when he's leaving work on Friday, he just dials up my whole enchilada playlist, you know, turns off the sound and lets it play on the weekend. Simone, that's a pretty accurate summing up of Canada. Hiking deep, that's good to know. That's good to know. Um, if he's cold and she's hungry, he got you beat. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if it was possible for me to make a living doing this, I would give up everything but my family to do it. Absolutely. No question. The problem is some of the stuff that I would have to give up to do this full time would cost me my family. So I'm kind of stuck. And especially now, post Adpocalypse 1 and Adpocalypse 2, it's a lot harder to make a go of this than it used to be. Um, you have to be selling merch and getting sponsorships and stuff because there's no money to be had from AdSense. That's for sure. Lakes of Maple. A couple of years ago here in Quebec, I think it was, there was a maple syrup heist where they stole, what was it, $300,000 worth of maple syrup? Because maple syrup is big business. I mean, it sounds funny, but maple syrup is big freaking business. And I often wonder, like, man, somebody had to come up with the idea of making off with a warehouse full of maple syrup. Bloody genius. Let me see, where are we? You know what? YouTube isn't weeding people out so much as reducing the number of people it has to take responsibility for. Because if you're not monetized, the ad- the advertisers aren't. They don't care what your channel's about. Because the whole adpocalypse thing isn't about content on YouTube. It's about advertisers not wanting their ads to show on certain kinds of content. Now, here's what the problem is. As someone who's been demonetized, even I should have been grandfathered into something because I'm clearly not a bad actor. Let me just adjust my framing here. I'm clearly not a bad actor. I work, I come at YouTube from a place of good faith. Um, and by demonetizing me, I don't really know how to put this, but I still bring value to YouTube because people who are watching my stuff see other videos to the right of the screen, and and people who are watching my videos will likely either click on another video there or click on the YouTube um, logo or something and watch something else. So I'm still bringing value to YouTube that I'm not being rewarded for, which is the entire reason why I've been telling people to use the browser Brave when they're YouTubing because it lets you turn off ads. So I've been using it because if YouTube ain't paying me, I sure as hell ain't gonna be a part of them getting paid. You know, it's bad enough that you know I'm just bringing eyes to their platform and not getting anything back. So I use Brave. They're not getting any advertising bucks off of my eyes, and I strongly suggest. Well, Brave is also faster than. Brave is also faster than the other browsers I've been using, so it's like it's a painless switch, you know. Yeah, they caught the guys. I know. We got legal weed, but we got have the two Justins. I haven't heard of them referred to as that way. Hiking Deep will never make money from YouTube, but you've made money because of YouTube. How's that? Yeah, I think yeah. Except I don't. I think that what I think that the people at YouTube just they panic and they throw a fix into action without without thinking about anything that I just said. It's just the advertisers are pissed off. We're stressed about it. Let's fix it. They don't think. And they just fix what they see as the problem and create another problem. And here's the thing: YouTube's algorithms uniformly suck. You know, the entire reason why YouTube Kids is not on Camille's iPad anymore is because people were gaming that and putting absolutely NC-17 level crap up on YouTube, flagged as family friendly. You know, like the algorithms uniformly suck, and so I see that, and it's a Google company, so by extension, I no longer have any faith in Google's algorithms. You know, because it's all the same company at the end of the day. You know. Oh, how can it be because of YouTube? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's very hard for new people to start up on YouTube. I don't know if I would suggest it. You know, for someone who was hoping to be like the next whatever Peter McKinnon or something. Well, I mean, you know, he brought something unique, but well, he brought something. but I would not suggest this as a career choice. No way, you know? Hmm. Sounds like a cool job hiking deep. Sounds like a very cool job. I'm just seeing if. Oh yeah, Outdoor sent me a picture of his knife in the sheath. Oh yeah, it's a real bushcraft style sheath. It covers almost the whole handle. Oh, I'm gonna yawn again. I'm so tired. This what a weekend. When we play these gigs, um, like this one was an early start. Man, the last couple of years we've done this fundraiser. We've been out of there by we've been done by one, home by two, quick whiskey and quick scotch and then bed. My fiddler stays with me when he's in town to do these gigs. Man, last night we got home at like 10 to 3, and I'm not 20 anymore. I can't just bounce back the way I used to. I'm a wreck until Tuesday or Wednesday when I do like a weekend of gigs. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can show you a screenshot of his knife and the sheath, guys. This camera's. Did I just unplug the camera? No. See, it's the marbles sheath, and it covers almost the whole handle. It was very affordable. Was it $6 or something? Mm. I don't think it's gonna be O'Leary, man. He tried and he got drummed out. Mm. Oh, Ali used to own a bass. I I used to own several. I'm down to two. I've got a Fender, and I've got one called it's a company called Sadowski. They're a small shop in New York City with um it was a custom job. It was very expensive. It was oh crap. It was expensive. Um, but it was my gift to myself for my 40th birthday. I saved up. I started saving when I was 34, 35. was uh was a good purchase. It was a good purchase. Let's keep this going for like another 7 minutes and then shut it down because I am bushed, and that will make it midnight, which is an hour later than I usually end these things. But I don't usually have them at all on Sundays. But I do have to be up early. You kept all your guitars? How many guitars do you have? I have to get a good child-sized guitar. Camille's been bugging me about learning. All right, Outdoor. See you later. Everyone say bye to Outdoor Dauber. Outdoor Dauber. Goodbye. Have a good time. 5 guitars. Jeez. One of them in Serge's basement. You remember about that one, right? Just see what time we're at here. Yeah, see you Tuesday. Hey, Zach. Well, I'll tell you why you miss almost miss them. It's because I'm not planning to do them, so you don't get a notice about them. You know. Oh, I see. Outdoor. Forget. Okay. Okay. I had this conversation, hiking deep. I had this conversation. I used to work at an Irish pub, the world's worst pub. But anyways, they're not there anymore. I think it's been turned into a Hooters or something. And I was talking. The barman was a real music lover, great knowledge of music, and we were talking about music at one point. And he said something that that rings true to me. He said, "You know, the world's best guitarist is probably sitting undiscovered on a porch in Louisiana somewhere." You know, because the people who are famous for doing music are not famous because, like, look at look at Katy Perry. She can't live without autotune. You know what I'm saying? But she's eminently marketable. Eminently marketable. Um, Her appearance, the fact that she, sucks the whole Hollywood lifestyle up. You know, her being best friends with Rihanna and then not being friends anymore. Blah blah blah. It's not about musical ability with that girl. She doesn't have it. She wanted to be a singer, and by God, she was going to do it. But she has no range. She has no. And there are people who are really good and for some reason are not marketable. So they never make it? Oh, it's a Les Paul clone. My dad has a 1962 Les Paul, a gold top. Neil Peart's very bloody good. Oh no, not O'Donnell's. O'Donnell's was a good pub. I worked at Claddagh. Abby the Spoon Lady is very good. Yeah. Stevie Ray Vaughan died way too young. Absolutely. Um, what the hell was his bass player's name? What was Stevie Ray Vaughan's bass player's name? Interesting thing about uh, I read an interview with his bass player at one point, and it changed the way I dealt with when my fiddler takes a solo. Because when Stevie Ray Vaughan would go into a guitar solo, whatever that dude's name is, he would go right up the fretboard and play higher up. Um, just because it helped change the timbre of the timbre of the song to showcase the fact that Stevie Ray Vaughan was playing a solo, make that part sort of jump out. And I like that theory, and so I've been doing it a lot when my fiddler takes a solo. Like I just jump way up the fretboard, so I'm playing like an octave higher than I am normally. Hold on. Living or dead, if you had a chance to pick folks for a band, who would you choose? Okay, for bass player, James Jamerson. Drummer, um, what's his name? Steve Gadd. Gadd. Um, Guitar. That would have to be. Well, you need two guitarists. So one of them would be Bruce Coburn, or maybe Gordon Lightfoot. And then for lead, who would I have for lead guitar? George Harrison. Singer, I'd want to have two lead singers. One would be Stan Rogers, and then maybe Karen Carpenter, hmm, or maybe funk it up a little bit. Maybe like add a horn section, you know, and then have like Janice or someone like that singing. All right, Edward. See you later. See you Tuesday, maybe. Where am I? Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Richard Blair in Florida would check you for a gun if you didn't have one. He'd loan you one. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely fill in a gap. Alan, you asking if I often do gigs? We have a standing two Friday, Saturday every month at Hurley's. Then in the summers, we usually there's a festival we're doing in Alberta this summer. We've done it before several times. We do some weddings, some corporate gigs. Um, yeah, the nice thing about Florida is every time a news story starts with Florida, you know it's going to be Hollywood level weird. Leave on Helm, okay, yeah. You sliced your finger playing through the fire and the flames in the middle of the solo when you were 12. Gotta watch them fingers. Hiking deep. Uh, if you want to post a link, you can do one of two things. Here, hiking deep. I'll make you a moderator for 5 minutes, or just until you post it, because otherwise you can't post a link. So I've made you a moderator so you can post one. Yves Lambert. Uh, a wood pigeon. That kind of question. You can never like. It's the same as would Janice have been the same without the booze? Who the hell knows? Because part of the magic might have been the fact that they were living, hanging their ass over the ragged edge. Some people would say the same thing about Amy Winehouse. You know, and yeah, like come and check it out. Oh, Heckendeep's got a bachelor's in philosophy. Okay. Oh, it's midnight. Okay, I've got to go to bed. I got to be out at the day job in the morning. So, I can't ring the bell. I didn't bring it with me because I wasn't planning to do this. Alain Belso. Hold on. Go to. Go there. Um, Hiking deep. I will check that link. I'm opening it in a new tab. And I will. Oh, all right. I'm going to go to bed. So thanks for hanging out, and I hope I will see you all on Tuesday for the usual 9 to 11 Montreal/New York time live stream. Until then, everyone, please be happy and healthy and safe. Good luck and good night.